Well, it looks as though the Bruins are going to play tonight. It is Tuesday in Quebec, right?
They'll play in Quebec. Highly likely it could be the last game for the regular season. I don't think it'll be the last game for the year. Here's the deal, folks. They were scheduled to shut down at noon today, but about an hour before that, the Union chief Bob Goodnow, a former hockey player at Harvard, said the strike deadline was moved to Wednesday afternoon at 3. Look for it to happen. There are no talks scheduled between now and that deadline. So the Bruins-Quebec Nordiques game will go as scheduled tonight in Quebec. In the meantime, the players will sit and wait, and then they'll walk tomorrow afternoon at 3.
This is the first time in a long time we've been as strong as we have been. You know, the bottom line is nobody wants to strike, but we want to do what's best for us, what we think is going to help us in the future.
We made huge strides, and they still rejected it. So under those circumstances, you know, we've got very few alternatives left.
Obviously, it's no fun to see these things happen where there's possibilities to strike and work stoppage, but, you know, certain things have to be done at times, and, you know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
All right, Celtics have the evening free. Next up for them, the Washington Bullets will be at the Garden on Wednesday night. Bizarre ending in an NIT semifinal game tonight. Notre Dame and Utah. Clock running down to 10 seconds. It appears that Utah has the ball, but a foul is called on a Utah player. They lead it by 1. Their coach goes crazy and gets hit with a technical foul. What is wrong with some of these officials? 9 seconds to go. The team's up by 1. They call a T. Notre Dame went to the line with a 1-and-1, made both of those. 2 shots for the technical, made both of those, a 4-point play, and they beat Utah 58-55. These are the NBA scores you're looking at. Jersey wins, Charlotte wins. Milwaukee has now lost 21 straight on the road. Well, a big baseball trade in the Windy City tonight. The Cubs have sent outfielder George Bell across town to the White Sox. Outfielders Sammy Sosa and left-handed pitcher Ken Patterson. Down in Winter Haven today, the Red Sox and the Texas Rangers. Mustache Music, the theme song this afternoon. No less than 4 beanballs thrown. This is ridiculous. Exhibition game, regular season game, playoff World Series. I know the old adage, this is part of baseball, but it really is kind of Bush. Mike Gardner, who's Butch Hobson's 4th starter, got pounded today. Less than 4 innings, gave up 7 hits and 6 runs. Sox lost at 7-1. Well, this weekend it is the Final 4 in Minneapolis, Duke, Michigan, Cincinnati, and Indiana. And their cantankerous coach, Bobby Knight, who so far in this tournament has been making a run for Best Actor himself.
Whoever wins this game will win the national championship. I think Indiana won the national championship.
Had he been drinking anything between when he came in here and after the game?
I need help with my jump shot. Can you give me a few pointers on how to improve?
I'd shave first, get a haircut, get rid of that media tag around your neck, go out and run your ass off a little bit, and in 3 years come back and see me and let me get a good look at you.
Probably no motivational device I've ever come across is as good as this.
You know anything about fishing, John?
You know, I was going to ask you the same question.
Well, I know a lot about it. But, I mean, do you fish?
No, but I'm going to start.
If it wasn't for cerebral reversal, I'd be sitting here like this.
I mean, in my entire adult life, I've never used the expression game face, so I have no idea what it means or what you're supposed to do. Yeah, how the hell do I know what you look like?
I don't know if he can act, but he sure can coach. He's got a good ball club, and they got an excellent shot to win this whole thing. He'll play Duke this weekend.
Okay, Mike.
You got it.
Okay, Mike, still to come, an Academy Award edition of Barnicle and Brudnoy.
And on Oscar night, they have a Basic Instinct on the movie everybody's talking about.
The movie is terrible, Michael, and it's completely obscured by the controversy over the alleged gay bath.
Not only that, but after I saw it, they had to hose me down.
The Michael Douglas film Basic Instinct has touched off a furious controversy over the depiction of homosexuals on the screen.
Critics charge the film with fueling homophobia and the notion that gays lead violent lifestyles.
Well, tonight Barnicle and Brudnoy make like Siskel and Ebert and tackle Basic Instinct.
You know the NC-17 rating is no columnist under 17 years as a movie reviewer. I don't know what your view is of Basic Instinct.
You couldn't see it 17
No,
times.
you can see it as many times as you want. And America is, as you know, Basic Instinct has replaced Wayne's World as the #1 movie in America. Understandably, Michael, they're three gorgeous ladies, a lot of sex and a lot of violence. Americans like this. Nothing wrong with that, given our tastes in America. What seems to be wrong with it, and I agree to an extent, is that it's another zap against, in this case, lesbians. The homosexual lobby complains, and a lot of people who aren't of the lobby complain as well, that maybe the movies oughtn't always to portray homosexuals in that light. But, you know, we miss the point. The movie,
What is the point?
The point is
Get to the point.
The movie stinks, Michael. That's the real point of it.
Basic
It is
garbage.
a terrible movie,
Basic garbage
written as if for carving on tombstones.
The interesting thing about the movie is if you take a look at Michael Douglas and some of the movies he's made, you've got Basic Instinct, Fatal Attraction, Black Rain, the one about the detectives who go to Japan. They are three of the most violent movies I have ever encountered. The terrible dialogue, terrible story. You go to see them, and A, you think Michael Douglas must have a diseased mind. B, you realize the sad state of the movies today.
Right.
I mean, when I was growing up, we had the Legion of Decency that they published movies in the Catholic papers. No, nothing. Most of them...
You're not going to do this, Father Michael, are you?
Most of them anyone can see. Today, you have to be careful of what you go see when you're 48, like me. You might have a heart attack. You might be offended by what you see on the screen. It is ridiculous what they spend money on today in movies.
You know, the first movie, within the first minute, rather, Basic Instinct, we have wild, passionate sex and a vicious murder, all combined. I know. And then it goes downhill from there.
I'm not allowed to see any of that
I know you're allowed to. Well, maybe you can send your children, because they probably see it on television. The movie is terrible, Michael, and it's completely obscured by the controversy over the alleged gay bash.
Not only that, but after I saw it, they had to hose me down.
All right, that's our news. Thanks for staying up with us tonight.
Nightline is next, and then Night Talk with Jane Whitney. Thanks for being with us. Good morning.
That's right. Good morning.
Before you choose a